said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Danced his way through traffic. Pickup for 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pulls it in. It's Davidson. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like 15 times a game, make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass, it's Hebert. Looking for the score. Tosses it incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing up.
Breaks into the open. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for goal position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Running back searching for a hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Hebert. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Time to take a shot. And it falls in incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game, the quick passing game, and the running QB, and so many things to look at.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Milner. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Hebert. Grab near the sticks, it's Cook. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got it in the middle. It's Richardson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Hebert. Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Takes a hit as he fired. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time.
There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Barres. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Third aim will get things started with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Hebert. With the catch, it's Williams. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
He'll feel the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throws into the middle of the field. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down.
but I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be
looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
And the returner will be knocked down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think
he lets it fly. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The give to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Hebert. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. Motion from the wide receiver. Going for the marker on the ground. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that 1st down.
The give is to Williams. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 14 to East Carolina. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Davidson. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. On the run, still looking. Throwing on the run. He's got it along the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. Strong, firm tackle. The Volunteers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This is a designed run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point splits the upright. It's 28-13. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Hebert. Got a man, it's Perez. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch on the right side. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Finding an escape route.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it'll take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown, Clemson! And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Perez. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. trying to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Turning it on! The 40, inside the 30, past the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
To throw, it's Hebert. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside of the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack, showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stoneberg? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
Clemson jumps to the line.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll try the run. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man, it's Hall. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
On the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking to throw, it's Hebert. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the catch. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got it. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up with the completion.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Milner. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Quarterback keeper. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
Coming out with it, it's Perez. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking for a man. It's Hebert. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Finds his man. It's Richardson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Perez. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Quarterback making checks. Just keeps slinging it. Quick completion on the out. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Maryland. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. Got the first down and still on his feet. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air, it's Hebert. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge... Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Now improvising. Pulls it in. It's Davidson. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
He'll bring it out. It's Barrett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll run it from the gun. And there is no gain on the run, and there is no win for this team as it is over. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much